top-level discussion between CIA and MI6 about the tip-top of Western power and what's going on behind the scenes. Hello again, and thank you in advance for your time. As I mentioned, I have many questions for you. However, as you mentioned your affiliations, I have taken the time to carefully select topics found open source yet need clarification. Hopefully you can expand on this for me. Please forgive me if I mention something outrageous. All my information is, as I said, open source and may not be accurate, hence my questions. In your words, what is the first federal republic of the United States of America? America is a republic that was covertly overthrown and became a corporation, the Corporation of the District of Columbia. At international law, it is entirely illegal and is completely bankrupt. It forms a triumvirate of corporations that rule and run the Western world. Please explain the World Future Planning Agency. As a proposed new economic planning agency in peacetime as the Khazarian mafia control matrix rapidly collapses, similar to the Marshall Plan, but more like the Asian economic planning agencies. In articles I have read, you claim to be a member of the Illuminati. I saw in one place it mentioned Royal Illuminati. Are these one and the same? Are these one and the same? The Royal Illuminati simply refers to the Crown Council of the 13 ruling bloodlines, very far above the Committee of 300, an intergovernmental power group similar to Bilderberg. Please explain to me what the Royal Illuminati is exactly. A very discreet network of quite powerful and wealthy families who work together for the betterment of humanity and the world. Is this Weishaupt Illuminati or another branch? And would you explain? Adam Weishaupt was the Jesuit-controlled founder of the Bavarian Illuminati. Aside from the conspiracy theory, it was essentially a geopolitical think tank, much like many of the modern literations. It was also a quasi-military intelligence agency responsible for coup d'etat and other military black operations. Were you recruited or born into the Illuminati? I was recruited, but I am formally under oath to the Queen, a Supreme Commander of the Joint British Armed Forces, Queen Elizabeth II. Do you believe that you were recruited to solve the global currency and financial crisis whereabouts this financial reset is necessary? Yes, I own the patents for the new quantum financial systems and single digital world currency unit which resolve the difficulties in the architecture of legacy systems. Who recruited you? I can't comment on that, sorry. The word is that you claim to have led a think tank that designed distributed ledger technology as a fix for the coming financial crisis. If so, you must have a patent. Can you provide for me this patent number so that I may validate your claims? Yes, I ran a think tank in London. All of my work is held under British intelligence, MI5 and 6, protection, armed guard. My work is all classified, including the working papers and patents at the Royal Mint. My work is not accessible to the public after the security concerns for my personal safety. The author of the Bitcoin white papers is that Satoshi Nakamoto. Is this you? Did you write this paper? Are you affiliated with the authorship of this white paper? Why Satoshi Nakamoto? No to all of the above. I worked at Goldman Sachs and other investment banks and developed a very different technology to facilitate instantaneous settlement in trading across all asset classes. It came about as part of the global regionalization of the industry following the LIBOR scandal, which has bankrupted the entire industry. See R3. Previously R3 CEV in London and New York. It is hard for me to believe that Bitcoin was the chosen format for world currency because of its clunky design and power-hungry mining. Was BTC a prototype that was released to see how the public would react to it? If so, is there another more viable cryptocurrency waiting in the balance, and what is it? BTC is just one of many. They are all use case scenarios or tests, but none have the industrial design to make them globally viable. And they have a long history in dark web activity and criminality. They are all countered by my currency unit. This is called working in iteration in project management. Is the blockchain hackable? No. All touch bonds create their own forensic history. The beauty of this architecture is the highly forensic nature, which is invaluable to police and security services. I'm sure you have heard of Hashgraph. It seems like a winning platform of all Lehman says is true. Any thoughts? I don't know about this because I have been working on a very separate diplomatic mission for a few years now. I have very limited access to the civilian world at the moment. Is it true that the banking sector is acquiring Bitcoin through techniques of financial speculation through the control of investment funds quoted, with the aim of merging the Bitcoin system with a standard incoming gold to control the economy through the manipulation of Bitcoin futures and other cryptocurrencies? The new quantum financial system is designed in such a manner there could no repeat of the poor conduct by the international financial services industry. It is highly forensic in order to discourage bad behavior. Speculate for me, by your estimation, what is the future of blockchain as a cryptocurrency? Blockchain is a brand name of the technology called distributed ledger technology, DLT. It is not a currency. It is the technology embedded inside electronic currencies. What is the future of blockchain as a tool for decentralized applications? As above, the technology DLT has already gone viral and global in nearly all aspects of the world at the moment. It is the most important technology advancement in history and may very well bring about global peace and prosperity. There are two quotes that seem contradictory of each other that I would like to verify with you. The one world order is an absolute, benevolent, international, and legally linked monarchy. This is an expression of the ethical basis for my think tank. I am an absolute loyalist, have a considerable understanding of international law, and believe in linking ethics to legally binding international law compliance. The concept of benevolence is a response to poor behavior in the past of the Crown Council 13 bloodlines. The distributed ledger technology ends the Rothschild fiat monetary system and the dreaded New World Order. It has ended both already. Are these your words? Misquoted. I attracted unwanted attention in recent years and have been quoted without my permission or review. If so, is the OWO a different program from the NWO? The concept of a one world order is the conglomeration of sovereign nation-states to work together in peacetime as an absolute monarchy. It is a diplomatic effort to raise the general standards of the world's government. The New World Order was a fascist mega corporate government, oligarchy. If the OWO and the NWO are synonymous, how can something be benevolent and dreadful simultaneously? As above. The global currency reset, global currency and foreign debt recalibration. You have been quoted as saying the following: the Rothschild and the British Crown are pushing for the global financial reset. The way I interpret this is that you were commissioned to develop a hack-proof digital technology that could facilitate a global currency. This would be one step closer into global human slavery in the NWO. Is this truly the plan of the Rothschilds and the Crown? As above, Karen Hughes claims her power transition model PTM requires amnesty. If this is granted and accepted, the PTM claims a 90% success rate. Any thoughts on this? And do you think this is an option for the committee bankers? Karen Hughes is a very disruptive person who has caused a great deal of damage to international diplomatic relations. Much of her work is confusing, to be polite. I was in direct contact with her at one stage, but found her extremely rude and out of touch with technology. It is not her power transition model. It is a collection of very complex critical theory studies gathered from around the world. Karen Hughes is trustee for the gold in the Philippines. Karen Hughes was legally fired from the World Bank, but continues to promote herself as acting with legal capacity in that respect. She has no effective powers to sign a dinner check, let alone deal with the global collateral accounts. Kinan is the trustee of the gold in Indonesia. We have reason to believe Neil Kinan was assassinated. This has been verified by British military counterintelligence. Are there any other locations you can tell me about that include the other trustees? If so, who are they and where is it? That is classified. It is a very serious crime and international law to interfere with these wealth reserves. Do you really think this will work out peacefully, knowing what you know? The prediction is a peaceful transition, but the opposition may require limited military intervention around the world to break up the remaining obstacles. There is very significant anger at what has been allowed to happen, because it all amounts to high treason and crimes against humanity at both the ICC and the ICJ.